Hello, my name is Eric and I'm doing another one of my film photography challenges. The challenge is one camera body, one lens, one roll of film over one day. And point shoot cameras count, so this is a point shoot camera, just one body, one lens. Does have a zoom lens, but it still counts. This is a Fuji Discovery 1000, probably circa mid-1990s. It was also known as a ProMaster 1000 and the 975 as opposed to the 1000, depending upon where you got it, whether it was a specialty camera store, mass market store, or like more like a discount store. It's kind of like where you got it. And this one has the date back, but I did turn it off. Unfortunately, some of my last photos did have the date stamp on it, but that's okay. Fuji cameras do things a little bit differently in the fact that they don't open the back all the way. They just open a little bit. There is a catch that you can open it all the way if you wanted to. And today's film is Phoenix 200 by Ilford. It's their first color film, but kind of sit there, load it in, drop it right in there. And what it's actually doing is it's counting how many photos I'm going to get. So it's actually pulling the film out of the camera right now, and it's going to tell me how many shots I have left as I shoot, rather than most cameras that will count up, and when they're done just kind of kick into rewind. So it did stop at a roll of 36 because this is a 36, and my location is Medina Lake in Medina, Ohio. It's kind of the map behind me. If you go to parks and stuff like that, make sure you follow the rules. You know, if you got a pet with you, pick up, you know, after them. Don't throw your pop cans around. Keep it clean for everybody. And so I'm gonna start walking around and see what I get. Grab some video along the way. Feel free to do your own challenge, and let's see what I get. All right, thanks. So I've just started walking down the path a bit. I'm gonna probably go one of two different directions, but again, I'm shooting Phoenix, which is by Ilford. This is their first color film. I have shot this film before. First time I shot it through a pocket camera. I don't remember what camera it was. It was a pocket one similar to this. To me, the negatives looked a little on the thin side, a little underexposed for the rated speed of 200. So the second shot, or the second roll I shot through an SLR type camera. There's a Pentax Super program a couple months ago. I actually pulled the ISO back to 100, and I thought the negatives looked a lot better. Feel free to make your own choice, but a lot of photographers that have been shooting film for a long time, like since the 90s like I have, do like to pull their film a little bit just for some added contrast and, you know, a little extra richness in the color. Like if you shoot T-Max 400, then they'll pull it to 320. Unfortunately, most point shoots, you don't have that capability, so I'm shooting this as rated, or as the camera detected it through the DX code, so it should be shooting it at 200. We'll see how these results come out. Okay, so as I first started shooting this camera, I got about 3 or 4 shots in. It is acting very slow on the focus indicators and flash indicators, so there might be a problem with this camera. Maybe it's just so old that it's being a little tired, but hopefully I'll get some stuff, and hopefully everything works out okay. So when you do these type of projects, make sure you get your batteries charged up for your video camera, whatever camera you're using to record this. I've already killed one battery because I forgot to charge it up. It was about half full, and it's already down. And the one I've got in there right now, I also forgot to charge, which is also about half full. So I'll record as much as I can, but you know, hey, if the camera runs out of juice, it runs out of juice, and either I'll go home, grab a third battery, which I have, maybe even on a charger, or I'll just kind of call it and then put together what I got. Thanks. Okay, so here's the actual Lake Medina. Unfortunately, this is like late December right now, so there's not much as far as foliage on the trees and stuff, but there's cool rocks and water, and there's stairs, and there's a whole bunch of other things I'm going to try to get photos of. Maybe get some cool macro stuff. Maybe if I can get down close to the water, I'll get some cool shots down there. but it's a huge lake. A lot of people walking around, so I'm just trying to stay out of their way. Let's keep going. So it looks like there's some thin layers of ice coming off the lake. That's from leftover from about 2 weeks ago. We had that huge snow, which I think was when my last episode was. So I'm gonna try to get some broken ice over here, and then I'll be back up. And I think my camera's starting to act normal, so I think some of it was just the fact that probably hadn't had batteries in it better part of 20 years or so. But she's acting okay. I got about 10 shots left. The main reason Fuji and some Canon SLR film cameras, the EOS line, actually pulled all the film out was that as you were taking photos, if you accidentally opened the back, only shots that you hadn't shot yet, in other words, non-exposed film, was exposed. So the reason why they would do that is that if the back accidentally got opened, all the film that you had taken was actually safe inside your film canister, except for maybe the last photo, which is probably halfway sticking out. But anything that was exposed or ruined by the light was film you hadn't shot anyway, so you could close it up, advance it 2 or 3 shots, and kind of keep going. But you might get mixed results at the tail end. But that was a cool thing that both Fuji and Canon did back in the day. All right, got a couple. So I got my last 3 shots. The exposure says I have 3 left. I'm going to finish them up right here, and then start the walk back to where my car is. As you can probably hear, the camera just finished rewinding. Make sure it's all inside the canister. And now I'm gonna go turn this roll of film in. Probably a couple days, I'll get it back. Probably turn it in on Sunday when I head up to Cleveland area. Don't forget to like, comment, follow. There's gonna be some tags at the end. You'll be able to see, if you want to follow along. Feel free to make your own challenge. Feel free to give me a shout out if you do your own challenge. All right, thanks.